Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will dive into the whirlwind of drama and unexpected twists awaiting us in the upcoming episode on Thursday, May 1st, 2025. Prepare yourselves for a roller coaster of emotions as familiar faces navigate heartbreak, deception, and pivotal decisions in Port Charles. From Willow take Corinthos' devastating homecoming to Kai Taylor's last-minute doubts, and Laura Collins' growing suspicions, there's no shortage of intrigue. Let's unpack the chaos and explore what's in store for our beloved characters with fresh perspectives and juicy new details. First, let's turn our attention to Willow take Corinthos, who returns to Port Charles after a futile trip to Germany. Her heart aches after failing to reconnect with Michael Corinthos, who she desperately hoped to see. A cold-hearted nurse, under secret instructions, delivered the crushing news that Michael wanted nothing to do with her lie orchestrated by the cunning Drew Quartermain. Unaware of the manipulation, Willow trudges home, craving solace and a warm embrace. But as she pushes open her front door, her world tilts further off its axis. Her eyes are met with a shocking scene. Drew, possibly sprawled unconscious on the living room floor, a remnant of a wild night of drug debauchery with the enigmatic Jacinda, a mysterious figure whose motives remain unclear. If Drew is found in a compromising state, perhaps disheveled or barely clothed, Willow's pain will morph into a fiery rage. The betrayal stings deeper as she grapples with the implications of this disturbing tableau. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Nina Reeves watches the fallout with a mix of satisfaction and maternal concern. While her scheme to destabilize Drew appears to be bearing fruit, she frets over how this could shatter Willow emotionally. Nina's mind races: what if Drew uncovers the truth about who drugged him? Her carefully guarded secrets could unravel, exposing her machinations to her daughter. As Nina wrestles with guilt, Portia Robinson beams with admiration, praising the intricate plot as a stroke of brilliance, though she remains oblivious to the potential collateral damage it may cause to Willow's fragile state. Shifting gears, let's explore the dynamic between Alexis Davis and Lulu Spencer, where emotions run high in a candid exchange. Alexis, still reeling from the tumultuous surrogacy drama involving Christina Corinthos Davis, Molly Lansing Davis, and TJ Ashford, finds a confidant in Lulu. As Alexis pours out her frustrations over the ethical and emotional quagmire of the situation, Lulu listens intently, her journalistic instincts kicking in. A teaser for the upcoming episode hints at Lulu approaching someone for an exclusive interview, and it's highly likely that Alexis is her target. Imagine the depth of such a conversation: Lulu probing into the heart of the surrogacy scandal, uncovering raw truths about family loyalties and moral dilemmas. This interview could be a turning point, shedding light on Alexis' perspective while potentially stirring up further conflict among the involved parties. Will Lulu's questions unearth revelations that Alexis has kept buried, or will they strengthen their bond as allies in navigating Port Charles's tangled web of secrets? Elsewhere in town, political undercurrents swirl as Curtis Ashford secures a crucial meeting with Mayor Laura Collins. With a confident yet cautious demeanor, Curtis updates Laura on the latest developments involving Drew, cryptically hinting that the Drew problem may have resolved itself thanks to the man's own missteps. Laura's reaction is a fascinating mix of astonishment and skepticism, her seasoned instincts detecting something amiss in the timing of this convenient turn of events. Could there be a larger conspiracy at play, one that even Curtis might not fully grasp? Laura's furrowed brow suggests she's not buying the story at face value, and her next moves could involve digging deeper into Drew's downfall. Perhaps she'll enlist a trusted ally to investigate whether external forces or even familiar faces in Port Charles are pulling strings behind the scenes. Her suspicion adds a layer of tension, as her leadership and maternal instincts collide in her quest for truth. Meanwhile, danger and mystery loom as Jack Brennan shares a compelling theory about the identity of Sonny Corinthos' attacker. His insights, delivered with a grave tone, could point to an unexpected suspect, shaking up alliances in the underworld of Port Charles. At the same time, Carly Spencer opens up to Jason Morgan about a recent ordeal, her voice trembling with the weight of what she's witnessed. Their conversation might reveal critical clues linking back to Sunny's predicament, weaving a tighter net of suspense. Could Carly and Jason's shared history push them to take risky actions to protect their loved ones, or will their revelations drive a wedge between them as they grapple with conflicting loyalties? The stakes couldn't be higher as these threads of intrigue intertwine. Finally, let's not overlook the emotional crossroads facing Kai Taylor, whose story takes a dramatic turn in the upcoming episode. Dressed in a sterile hospital gown, Kai stands on the precipice of a life-altering procedure, his mind racing with doubt. Trina Robinson, ever the supportive friend, stands by his side, her gentle words echoing in the quiet hospital corridor. He can walk away from this at any moment. Her reassurance is a lifeline, but Kai's inner turmoil is palpable. Is he second-guessing due to fear of the unknown, or has a hidden complication arisen, perhaps a troubling test result or a personal revelation tied to his past? Picture the tension in the room as Kai weighs his options, his hands trembling slightly while Trina offers a comforting touch. This moment could redefine his future, and the emotional depth of their friendship shines through as Trina becomes his anchor amidst the storm. Will Kai push forward with the procedure, or will he heed his instincts and step back, potentially altering the course of his storyline in unforeseen ways? As we wrap up this spoiler-filled journey, it's clear that Thursday's episode of ABC General Hospital promises a tapestry of heartbreak, betrayal, and pivotal choices. From Willow's shattering discovery to Lulu's probing interview, Laura's wary suspicions, and Kai's nerve-wracking decision, every corner of Port Charles buzzes with drama. Stay tuned to our channel for more updates, as we continue to peel back the layers of these gripping narratives. What do you think? Will Willow confront Drew head-on, or will Nina's secret come to light first? Next, we will delve into the heart-pounding twists and turns that unfolded in the latest episodes of General Hospital, focusing on the gripping drama surrounding Sunny Corinthos during the week of April 28 to May 2, 2025. Buckle up as we explore shocking revelations, mysterious threats, and unexpected outcomes that kept viewers on the edge of their seats following the promos released earlier. From a chilling hospital encounter to clandestine schemes targeting the mob boss, the episodes delivered explosive moments with layers of intrigue. Let's dive into the chaos, unpack the drama with refreshed storytelling, and sprinkle in imaginative new details to paint a vivid picture of what transpired and what might lie ahead for Sunny and those around him. Kicking things off, the weekly promo dropped a bombshell that ignited anticipation, setting the stage with a tense exchange between Brick, Sunny Corinthos' loyal enforcer, and Carly Spencer at the hospital. In a hushed tone, Brick pulled Carly aside, his expression grim as he muttered, "We've got a bit of a problem on our hands." The camera panned to Carly, her face a canvas of disbelief, eyes wide as if the ground had just shifted beneath her. This cryptic warning hinted at a crisis that could ripple through Port Charles, leaving fans buzzing with questions. Was Brick referring to a new enemy encroaching on Sunny's territory, or had an old foe resurfaced with a vendetta? The stakes felt personal, perhaps tied to a lingering secret from Carly's past with Sunny. As the scene lingered on her stunned silence, it became clear that whatever Brick disclosed off-camera was a game-changer, potentially threatening the fragile stability they've fought to maintain. This moment of suspense wasn't just a teaser, it was a doorway to the storm brewing around Sunny, setting a tone of unease that permeated the entire week's narrative. Reflecting on the episode that aired on Friday, April 25, tension was palpable as viewers were left hanging after a critical cliffhanger involving Sunny. The silver lining emerged when his emergency surgery at a discreet LA hospital concluded successfully, a sigh of relief for his inner circle. However, a shadowy figure disrupted the calm. A mysterious nurse clad in nondescript scrubs slipped into Sunny's room, a syringe glinting ominously in her hand. Her stealthy entrance, unnoticed by hospital staff, hinted at a sinister agenda. Was this unknown substance meant to sedate, poison, or worse? The air thickened with dread as her intentions remained unclear, but her presence screamed of a calculated plot, possibly orchestrated by someone with intimate knowledge of Sunny's vulnerable state. This unsettling intrusion wasn't televised in the promos, making it an even more chilling surprise. It painted a target on Sunny's back, suggesting that even in recovery, safety was an illusion for the mob boss, and enemies could strike from the most unexpected corners. Fast forward to Monday's episode, and the terror of a potential Cyrus Renault copycat snuffing out Sunny's life was narrowly averted in a heart-stopping moment. As the suspicious nurse hovered near his bedside, syringe poised, Sunny's survival instinct kicked in. His eyes snapped open, locking onto hers with a steely glare that froze her in her tracks. This flicker of consciousness likely saved his life, as it disrupted her plan before she could act. The intensity of the scene was electric. Sunny, the weakened, radiated defiance, a silent warning that he wasn't an easy mark. Her hesitation spoke volumes. Had she underestimated the resilience of Port Charles's most notorious figure? Fortunately, this attempted attack didn't bear fruit, leaving Sunny unscathed physically, though the psychological toll of yet another betrayal loomed large. His journey has been one of grit and endurance, and this close call only reinforced that his story is far from over. But the question remains, who sent this rogue nurse, and how deep does this conspiracy run? The hospital room, meant to be a sanctuary, became a battlefield, underscoring that danger lurks even in moments of supposed reprieve. The aftermath of this near-fatal encounter took a darker turn as Brick stepped in to neutralize the threat, ensuring Sunny's safety without the mob boss lifting a finger. However, the official narrative might diverge from the raw truth. In a chaotic scuffle, it's plausible that Sunny, in a burst of self-defense, thwarted the nurse's attempt to inject him, perhaps grappling with her until the syringe became a weapon turned against her. Imagine the scene: her reaching for a concealed gun as a desperate last move, only for Brick to intervene with lethal precision, his own firearm bearing the evidence of the fatal shot. The official report may paint Sunny as the one who ended her life in self-defense, a convenient story to shield Brick and maintain Sunny's image as an untouchable force. Yet, this cover-up means the true mastermind behind the attack remains hidden in the shadows. Sunny, never one to relinquish control, will undoubtedly stew over this breach, his mind racing to uncover the puppet master pulling the strings. The nurse's silence and death ensures no secrets spill from her lips, but it also fuels Sunny's resolve to root out his enemies, possibly turning to unconventional allies or old informants to piece together this puzzle. Looking ahead, spoilers tease that the mystery surrounding this latest assault on Sunny will deepen, leaving even his closest confidants baffled. The fact that his surgery was a closely guarded secret, known only to a select few in his inner circle, adds a layer of paranoia to the mix. Was there a traitor among them, leaking his location to a rival faction? Or did someone intercept communications between his team during their covert arrangements in LA? The implications are chilling. This wasn't a random hit but a meticulously planned strike, executed with insider precision. Upcoming episodes might show Sunny doubling down on security, perhaps relocating to a safe house outside Port Charles while he recuperates and strategizes. His act of self-defense, whether real or fabricated for the public, serves a dual purpose. It amplifies awareness of the persistent threats circling him and solidifies his reputation as a formidable leader who bows to no one. Will this incident rally his allies closer, or will it sow seeds of distrust within his ranks? One thing is certain: Sunny's resolve to unmask his unseen foe will drive the narrative forward, promising more jaw-dropping twists. As we close this deep dive into the latest General Hospital saga, the drama engulfing Sunny Corinthos proves once again why Port Charles is a hotbed of suspense and betrayal. From Brick's unsettling warning to Carly, to the sinister nurse's failed assassination attempt, and the murky cover-up that followed, every moment has layered new complexities into Sunny's world. Stay glued to our channel for further updates as we track every development in this unfolding mystery. What are your theories? Who could be behind this latest plot against Sunny, and will he emerge stronger or more isolated than ever? Next, we will uncover the emotional storm brewing in Port Charles as Lulu Spencer grapples with a soul-shattering dilemma that could alter the lives of those closest to her. In the latest twists of General Hospital, airing in early May 2025, an unexpected heart-to-heart with Lucas Jones sends ripples through Lulu's conscience, forcing her to confront a devastating secret. With new layers of complexity added to this unfolding drama, we'll explore how Lucas' personal reflections might be the catalyst for Lulu to reveal a life-changing truth to Dante Falconeri. From hidden family ties to potential betrayals orchestrated years ago, this storyline promises to tug at heartstrings and ignite conflict. Let's dive into the intricate web of emotions and decisions with fresh perspectives and imaginative details that paint a fuller picture of the stakes at play. The saga begins as Lulu Spencer finds herself wrestling with a decision heavy enough to fracture the fragile peace in her world. Her internal turmoil has been simmering beneath the surface, a painful burden she's carried alone until a poignant conversation with Lucas Jones cracks open her resolve. Lucas, in a moment of raw vulnerability during a quiet encounter at the hospital cafeteria, shared his profound gratitude for the fleeting but meaningful connection he forged with his biological father, Julian Jerome, before his tragic passing. Despite Julian's dark history of mistakes and misdeeds, Lucas expressed how those final moments of understanding gave him a sense of closure he hadn't expected. He spoke of late-night conversations in dimly lit rooms, where Julian's guarded exterior melted away to reveal a man desperate for redemption. These memories, though bittersweet, offered Lucas a chance to heal old wounds. His words landed like a stone in Lulu's heart, stirring up echoes of her own unspoken regrets. Could this unintended nudge from Lucas, laced with the weight of missed opportunities, be the push Lulu needs to unburden herself of a secret that threatens to consume her? The air between them seemed to thicken as she processed the parallels to her own situation, her mind racing with the implications of what she's been hiding. Delving deeper into Lucas' impact, it's clear he never set out to counsel Lulu, yet his candid storytelling became an accidental lifeline. Over a shared cup of coffee, Lucas admitted that embracing his bond with Julian even amidst the chaos of their family's past brought him a peace he'd long craved. He recounted specific moments, like a quiet drive along the outskirts of Port Charles where Julian opened up about his regrets, a rare softness in his voice that Lucas still cherishes. This honesty pierced through Lulu's defenses, hitting her with the stark realization of how fleeting time can be. She's been harboring a staggering suspicion that Dante Falconeri might be the father of Giovanni Gio Palmieri, a young man whose origins have remained shrouded in mystery. Worse still, Lulu believes Brooklyn Quartermain has been complicit in keeping Dante completely oblivious to this potential connection, perhaps out of loyalty or fear of the fallout. Lucas' tale of familial reconciliation reminded Lulu of the irreversible damage that silence can inflict, how denying someone the truth about their lineage can carve a permanent ache in their soul. As she sat across from Lucas, stirring her untouched coffee, her eyes betrayed the storm within, grappling with whether her hesitation is protection or betrayal. The stakes of Lulu's secret stretch far beyond her own conscience, threatening to upend multiple lives in Port Charles. Should she reveal what she suspects about Joe's paternity, the consequences would ripple outward like a shockwave. Not only would it reshape Dante's understanding of his past, but it could also devastate Brooklyn's budding family with Harrison Chase, a relationship that has just begun to blossom after years of turbulence. Lulu dreads the thought of the wreckage her confession might cause, knowing it could tear at the seams of trust and love that Brooklyn and Chase have painstakingly stitched together. Imagine the scene: Dante's world tilting as he learns of a son he never knew, while Brooklyn watches her dreams of stability crumble under the weight of a truth she might not have even fully understood herself. Lulu's heart aches at the collateral heartbreak, even if her feelings toward Brooklyn are tinged with resentment for her role in the secrecy. Yet, the longer she withholds this bombshell, the more she risks Gio and Dante missing out on a bond that could define their futures. It's a torturous balancing act, one where every choice feels like a loss, and the weight of Lucas' story only amplifies her fear of time slipping away irretrievably. Adding another layer to this tangled web, Lulu has begun to suspect that the roots of this deception trace back to Lois Cerullo, Brooklyn's mother, who may have engineered the situation years ago for reasons buried in shadow. As Lulu pieces together fragmented clues, perhaps old letters or hushed conversations overheard at family gatherings, she wonders if Lois deliberately obscured Joe's true parentage to protect her daughter or to shield some deeper family scandal. If Brooke Lynn herself was kept in the dark, the revelation of her mother's actions could unleash a tidal wave of pain and betrayal, fracturing their bond in ways that might never mend. Picture Brooke Lynn's face as the truth dawns, her trust in her mother shattered, grappling with the years of connection to Gio she might have missed out on. Lulu envisions the fallout vividly, haunted by the image of Lois' calculated silence and the domino effect it could trigger. Was Lois acting out of love, fear, or something more sinister tied to the Quartermaine legacy? This suspicion gnaws at Lulu, adding fuel to her moral quandary as she debates whether exposing the past will heal wounds or simply create fresh ones.